Have you ever wondered, where did we as a species begin? Our story starts around 300,000 years ago, not in grand palaces or sprawling metropolises, but in the wilderness of Africa. This was a time long before the invention of the wheel or the discovery of fire. It was here, in this cradle of humankind, that the first Homo sapiens, our direct ancestors, came into existence. These early humans looked much like we do today, but more importantly, they were beginning to think like us too. They were developing the capacity for language, for abstract thought, and for understanding the world around them in ways that their hominid predecessors could not. This was the dawn of modern human cognition, a spark of intelligence that would set us apart from all other life on Earth. Yet it was not our physical attributes or cognitive abilities alone that defined us. It was our insatiable curiosity, our innate desire to explore and push boundaries. From Africa, these early humans began to migrate, driven by a combination of climate change, a search for food, and perhaps the simple urge to discover what lay beyond the horizon. Over thousands of years, our ancestors spread across the globe. They journeyed across deserts, traversed mountains, and sailed across vast oceans. They encountered harsh climates and unfamiliar landscapes, and yet they persevered. With each new territory they reached, they adapted and thrived, their cultures and societies evolving in response to the challenges they faced. This was the first great human migration, a testament to our species' resilience and adaptability. It was a journey that would take us from the heart of Africa to the far corners of the world. But this was only the beginning. From these early explorers sprang the diverse tapestry of humanity we see today. A myriad of cultures, languages, and societies, each with its own unique story to tell. From our humble beginnings in Africa, we began to venture out into the vast unknown, setting the stage for the next chapter in our story. As our ancestors spread across the globe, they began to settle down, giving birth to the world's first civilizations. These early human societies learned to harness the power of the earth, moving away from the nomadic hunting and gathering lifestyle to one of farming and domestication. This transformative period, known as the agricultural revolution, was a pivotal point in human history. It allowed our ancestors to settle in one place, leading to the establishment of permanent villages and ultimately the rise of civilizations. Around 5,000 years ago, in the Fertile Crescent of Mesopotamia, the world's first civilization emerged. People here developed irrigation systems, enabling them to cultivate vast tracts of land. They built the first cities, complete with monumental architecture that still awes us today. They invented writing, creating cuneiform scripts on clay tablets that have given us a window into their world. Meanwhile, along the banks of the mighty Nile, the civilization of ancient Egypt was taking shape. Here, the Egyptians constructed the awe-inspiring pyramids, devised a system of hieroglyphic writing, and created a complex system of government and law. Simultaneously, in the fertile plains of the Indus Valley and the Yellow River Basin, the civilizations of ancient India and China were blossoming. In India, the people developed sophisticated urban planning and intricate drainage systems. Over in China, the early dynasties were laying the foundations for a civilization that would endure for thousands of years, pioneering advances in everything from pottery to metallurgy. These early civilizations were not isolated. They traded, fought, and learned from each other, creating a complex web of cultural exchange that spanned continents and millennia. Their accomplishments in areas like writing, law, architecture, and agriculture laid the groundwork for all the societies that would follow. With the rise of civilization, humanity was on the brink of an unprecedented explosion of knowledge and technology. From the ashes of these ancient empires, new powers arose, shaping the course of human history. As dawn broke on the classical era, the Greek and Roman empires emerged as dominant forces. The Greeks, with their passion for philosophy and intellectual pursuits, gave us philosophers like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, whose works continue to inspire and provoke thought even today. It was also a time of political innovation, with the city-state of Athens pioneering the concept of democracy. Across the Mediterranean, the Roman Empire began its ascent, creating a vast network of roads and aqueducts, testament to their engineering prowess. From the Forum to the Colosseum, their architectural feats still stand as silent reminders of their grandeur. They also gifted us with a system of law that forms the basis of many modern legal systems. Meanwhile, in the Far East, the Han Dynasty was rising to power in China. They made significant strides in science and technology, inventing paper, seismographs, and the sundial. Their civil service system, based on merit rather than birth, was an idea well ahead of its time. In the Indian subcontinent, the Maurya and Gupta empires were also leaving their mark. The Maurya Empire, under the rule of Ashoka, saw the spread of Buddhism across Asia. The Gupta Empire, often referred to as the Golden Age of India, was a period of great advancements in science, mathematics, and art, with notable achievements including the concept of zero and the decimal system. This era also saw the spread of major religions. Christianity, born in the Roman Empire, would eventually become one of the world's major religions. Buddhism, originating from India, found a firm foothold in China and other parts of Asia. Though these empires eventually fell, their legacies continue to shape our world today. Their contributions to philosophy, science, art, and politics have had a profound and lasting impact, echoing through the corridors of time. Their rise and fall are a testament to the ever-evolving tapestry of human history. Fast forward to the last 500 years, a period of rapid change and incredible progress. This era, known as the modern era, has been marked by a series of groundbreaking events and developments that have shaped our world as we know it today. Our journey begins with the Renaissance, a period of intense cultural and intellectual activity that swept Europe from the 14th to the 17th centuries. It was a time of rebirth, as the name suggests, where humanity began to question long-held beliefs and traditions, leading to a renewed interest in science, literature, and the arts. This was swiftly followed by the Industrial Revolution in the late 18th century. A transformative period, it marked a shift from agrarian societies to industrial and urban ones. This revolution brought about unprecedented changes in technology, economy, and society, setting the stage for the modern world. The 20th century, however, was dominated by two world wars that shook the globe. These wars, despite their devastating effects, led to significant advancements in technology, medicine, and human rights. Speaking of human rights, this era also witnessed a wave of movements fighting against discrimination based on race, gender, and sexual orientation. The fight for equality and justice became a defining feature of the modern era, marking a significant shift in social attitudes and norms. Then came the digital revolution, which we are still a part of. The invention of the computer, the internet, and other digital technologies have not only transformed how we communicate and work, but also how we think and live. This revolution, like the ones before it, has brought about unprecedented changes, reshaping our world in ways we could have never imagined. The modern era has seen humanity reach new heights of knowledge and power, but at the same time, it has posed new challenges and dilemmas. As we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, we must also confront the ethical, social, and environmental implications of our progress. Looking back at our journey, it's astounding to see how far we've come. From our humble beginnings as a small group of hominids in the expansive plains of Africa, we've grown into a global civilization capable of remarkable feats. We've built towering skyscrapers that pierce the sky, harnessed the power of the atom, and even set foot on the moon. Every step of the way, we've pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible, constantly redefining our perception of the world and our place within it. We've faced countless challenges, each one a testament to our resilience and adaptability. We've weathered the storms of nature, battled deadly diseases, and survived wars and conflicts that threatened to tear us apart. We've navigated the complexities of societal change, grappling with issues of inequality and injustice. And yet, despite the odds, we've found ways to persevere, to learn, and to grow. But let's not forget, our journey is far from over. As we stand at the precipice of a new era, an array of challenges still lay ahead. Climate change, resource scarcity, and technological disruption loom large on the horizon. But if history has taught us anything, it's that we have the capacity to adapt, innovate, and overcome. We've come a long way, but the road ahead is still long and winding. We'll need to draw on our collective wisdom, our shared experiences, and our indomitable spirit to navigate the challenges that await us. It's a daunting task, but one that we're more than capable of handling. As we stand on the brink of the future, it's clear that our journey is far from over. Who knows where the next chapter of our story will lead?